Alright, welcome to today's class. In this class, we'll be dealing on trigonometry. Before we proceed, if you are just joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to this channel and also ensure you like this video. In the course of this study, if you have a question, endeavor to leave your question in the comment section of this video. So let's proceed. Trigonometry. What is trigonometry? Trigonometry is simply a branch of mathematics that studies the relationship between the angles and sides of a triangle. Trigonometry is simply a branch of mathematics that studies the relationship between the angles and sides of a triangle. Trigonometry can also be called trig ratio. It can also be called trig ratio or trigonometric ratio. Alright, let's consider the concept of SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. The concept of what? SOHCAHTOA. Alright, we'll be using this triangle. I'll use this triangle to make explanation. For the concept of SOHCAHTOA, for so, we have that so means sine theta or sine of the angle given is equal to opposite all over hypotenuse. Opposite all over hypotenuse. Opposite all over hypotenuse. Where S is for sine, O is for opposite, and then H is for hypotenuse. So if you look at this angle, sine theta is equal to what? Y all over, the hypotenuse here is Z. Now let's look at this triangle properly. The longer part of a right angle triangle is known as the hypotenuse. The longer part of a right angle triangle is known as the hypotenuse. So that's to say Z is called what? Z is known as the hypotenuse. So what is Y? Y is known as the opposite. Y is known as the opposite. Why is it the opposite? Now take note of this. When you have an angle, any side directly opposite to the angle is known as the opposite, or any side facing the angle is known as the opposite. So if you look at this diagram properly, you will notice that Y is facing the angle theta. So Y is the opposite, and then this other side is the adjacent. So therefore X is called what? Adjacent. X is called adjacent. Alright, we can now proceed with the concept of SOHCAHTOA. We are done with so. Let's consider CAH. C-A-H. CAH, C stands for what? C stands for cos. So we have cos theta, or cos of the angle given, is equal to, what's A for? A stands for adjacent. Adjacent divided by what? H stands for hypotenuse. So the last one here is TOA, T-O-A. So we have T-O-A. T-O-A stands for what? Tan of the angle given is equal to, O stands for opposite. So we have opposite all over. A stands for adjacent. So we write here adjacent. Alright, so that's all for the concept of SOHCAHTOA. Now take note of this. Your angle could be given as theta, or it could also be given as alpha, or it could also be given as beta. It's either you are given theta, or you are given alpha, or you are given beta. Alright, looking at the triangle, we have that sine theta is equal to opposite all over hypotenuse. So sine theta is equal to what? What's the opposite? The opposite of theta is y, and the hypotenuse is z. So we have y all over what? Z. So what's cos theta? Cos theta is equal to, cos theta is adjacent all over hypotenuse. The adjacent here is x, and the hypotenuse is z. So we have here x all over what? Z. And then finally we have tan theta. Tan theta is opposite all over adjacent. So the opposite here is y. So what is the adjacent? The adjacent is x. So we have here y all over x. So take note of this. Sin theta is equal to y divided by z, and cos theta is equal to x divided by z, and tan theta is equal to y divided by x. Alright, let's consider the reciprocal or inverse of trigonometric ratios. Reciprocal or inverse of trigonometric ratios. The first one here is secant. Secant. Secant can also be called sec. Sec. It can also be called sec. So how do we find the sec of the angle, or the secant of the angle given? In order to find the secant of the angle, count the first three letters of secant. So S is 1, E is 2, C is 3. So we go with C. The first three letters, or the third letter of secant, is your formula. So therefore the third letter of secant would give you a hint on how your formula will look like. So secant is equal to 1 all over cos what? Cos theta, because the third letter of secant is C. So C stands for cos. So therefore sec theta is equal to 1 all over cos theta. Alright, let's now substitute the value of cos theta. Remember that cos theta is equal to x divided by z. So if we substitute the value of cos theta here, we would have sec theta is equal to 1 divided by x divided by what? Z. So this is sec theta. Now let's simplify this. This can also be written as 1 divided by x all over z. If you change the sign, the division sign, the denominator becomes numerator and the numerator becomes denominator. So we have here 1 multiplied by z all over x. So 1 multiplied by z all over x is equal to z all over x. That's to say sec theta is equal to z all over x. Take note of it. Sec theta is equal to z all over x. Alright, the second one here is cosecant. Cosecant. Cosecant, the short form is cosec. That's the short form of cosecant. So how do you find the formula of cosecant? The third letter of cosecant would give you a hint. So C is 1, O is 2, and S is 3. So therefore, cosec theta is equal to 1 divided by what? S stands for sine. So we have here sine theta. And what's the value of sine theta? Remember, sine theta is equal to y divided by z. So cosec theta is equal to 1 divided by y all over z. So this can be written as 1 divided by y all over what? Z. So if we change the division sign to multiplication sign, the denominator here becomes numerator and the numerator becomes denominator. So therefore, we have 1 multiplied by z all over y. So therefore, cosec theta becomes z all over what? Y. Alright, the third one here is cotangent. Cotangent. The short form is cot. Count the first 3 letters. We have C is the first one, O is the second one, T is the third letter. So therefore, cot theta is equal to 1 all over, T stands for tan. So we have tan theta. So we have here 1 divided by, what's tan theta? Tan theta is equal to y all over x. So we have a y all over what? X. So this can be written as 1 divided by y all over what? X. So cot theta is equal to x divided by what? Y. Alright, for the fourth one, let's divide sine theta by cos theta. If you divide sine theta by cos theta, if you divide sine theta by cos theta, it would give you, now what's the value of sine theta? Sine theta is y all over what? Z. And then all over cos theta is x all over z. So this can be written as y all over z divided by x all over what? Z. So if you change the division sign to multiplication sign, you would have y all over z multiplied by z becomes numerator. So we have z all over x. At this point, z cancels off z. So therefore, sine theta divided by cos theta is equal to y all over what? X. All right, now recall that tan theta is equal to y all over x. So since tan theta is equal to y all over x, let's now substitute. That tells you that tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. So this is another way of finding tan theta. All right, for the fifth one. All right, the fifth one. Let's divide cos theta by sine theta. Cos theta divided by sine theta. Remember the other one, we divided sine theta by cos theta. But here we are going to divide cos theta by sine theta. What's the value of cos theta? Cos theta is simply x divided by z all over sine theta is y divided by z. So this can be written as x all over z divided by y all over z. So if you change the division sign to multiplication sign, you would have x all over z multiplied by z becomes numerator. So we have z all over y. So at this point, z cancels off z. So therefore, cos theta divided by sine theta is equal to x all over y. Now recall that cot theta is equal to x all over y. Let's confirm. This is how we found cot theta. Cot theta is equal to x all over y. So since cot theta is equal to x all over y, and sine theta, cos theta divided by sine theta is equal to x all over y. So that tells you that cot theta is also equal to cos theta divided by what? Sine theta. All right, let's list out all the formulas that we've got. The first one, we have sec theta. Sec theta is equal to 1 divided by what? 1 divided by cos theta. And then number 2, we have cosec theta. Cosec theta, we have that cosec theta is equal to 1 divided by what? 1 divided by sine theta. And then the third one, we have that cot theta is equal to what? Cot theta give us 1 divided by tan theta. And then the fourth one, we have tan theta. Tan theta gave us sine theta divided by cos theta. So the fifth one, we have cos theta. Cos theta gave us cos theta all over sine theta. So cot theta is equal to cos theta all over sine theta. So these are the formulas that we are going to be using in trigonometry. This is our first class. We will have so many classes on trigonometry. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed this tutorial, kindly like this video and ensure you subscribe to this channel. You can also leave a positive comment in the comment section. See you in our next class. Remember, this is part 1, so wait for the part 2.